Welcome back. Syria's interim president has promised to form an inclusive government following talks at a landmark national dialogue conference to discuss the country's future following decades of Assad rule. But what does this mean for the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces who are not present at the talks? Well, Ziagol has been to Kobani in northeast Syria, where fighting is ongoing with Turkish-backed forces to speak to Kurds.
The iconic city of Kobani, where Kurds resisted a brutal siege by the so-called Islamic State militants, ISIS. Now, people celebrate the 10th anniversary of their liberation from the terror of ISIS.
Last night, I lit candles for my brother and the martyrs of Kobani. It is both a joyful and a sorrowful day.
But freedom from ISIS didn't bring peace. Now, not far from Kobani, fighting between Kurdish-led SDF forces and the Turkish-backed SNA fighters continues. Turkish drones have targeted SDF positions, supply routes, and even civilian anti-war protests have recently come under fire. In a regional hospital, we met both injured civilian and fighters.
Directly bombed in the middle of the people.
Leah Bonsi, a 28-year-old peace activist from Germany, is a volunteer here at a women's shelter. She was one of those civilians calling for an end to the fighting.
And I was the last one in the row.
Leah shows us a video capturing the moment they were attacked.
An old man also got injured. I lost some blood. That's why they wanted to send me to the hospital. But when we went into the ambulance car, again a drone attack next to our ambulance was happening. So we were not able to go to the hospital in this time.
Human Rights Watch condemned the drone attacks on ambulances and the killing of civilians as apparent war crimes committed by the Turkish SNA coalition. But the Turkish government denies targeting civilians and infrastructure, instead accusing Kurdish forces of using civilians as human shields.
In reality, we're still at war with Turkey and its proxies. Turkish jets and drones continue to bomb us. In Damascus, it remains unclear what steps the new government will take. Their statements are positive, but they are under pressure from Turkey to act against the areas under our control.
Kurdish female fighters played a crucial role in defeating Islamist State militants in Syria and are determined to have a voice in Syria's future. This Kurdish commander doubts whether the new Islamic government in Damascus will respect women's rights.
So far, we haven't seen any roles given to women in Damascus' new leadership. Here, we have been actively involved in every aspect of political, social, and military life. If our rights are not respected, how can we be expected to lay down our arms?
This is a common scene in cemeteries across the region. 2 Kurdish fighters killed in a recent attack are returned for burial.
Each time I come back, there is a new addition to the cemetery. Many of these fighters survived the fight against ISIS, but I can see fresh graves. Just very recently, they have been killed by Turkish drones and militias supported by Turkey.
Stability in Syria may be on the horizon, but for the Kurds, the future is uncertain. Will they be recognized as partners in a new Syria, or face yet another existential war? Ziagol, BBC News, Kobani.